What we have done till the last video, we have seen lot of different components of journal recording and how all those different components are going to help you in learning NXOpen. In the very last one, what we have done is we have done recap all those steps that you perform and how you can learn different aspect of NXOpen via a journal recording. In this video, we are going to talk about how you continue your learning journey using journal recording and how you can be better at this skill. So let's get started. We have seen how to record journal, how to review that journal, or how to read through that generated code. We have seen the example, and in that example we have already performed these steps, but still I wanted to emphasize on those steps so that you get it right and you understand it right, so that you continue doing it for yourself. The first and important is that you study that generated code. It is not need to mention that you definitely need to have the understanding of basics to study that code. But what you exactly do is that in this step is that you study the generated code to understand how each command and function works. You try to read through that complete code offline or code block and also understand what exactly it is doing. What are the different parameters that this code block is using, how it is using, how those values are being passed on or used. So all of that you need to study. Along with that, you also study the syntax, the parameters, and structure of a code. Definitely, the way the generated code is written is with a very specific approach, and that creates a lot of parameters, and sometimes it creates duplicate as well. But with the understanding, you can able to figure out what is duplicate and what is unnecessary code. But before you get to that level, you need to study that code and you need to find out the syntaxes, the parameters and structure of the code and get the understanding of that. Once you got this understanding, you will be able to better read the code and understand the code. Once you got enough understanding about that code, you can get started with experimentation with the modification of that code. Here, when you create the first journal, you see that you record a very small and tiny action, because if you do that, you will get a code which is very small in nature, and that is very easy to understand, right? So first you need to understand and study that code, and for that reason, if you have the code which is short enough, your understanding will be much better and less confusion will be there. So once you have that study done for your generated code, what you can continue with, you continue with experiment with the generated code by modifying parameters. You tweak those parameters, try to put different value, add new commands or combination of different actions into a single script and try to run it. Definitely at this stage you will get lot of errors. Now here, few of the errors you will able to easily understand, few of them you won't be able to understand them easily, but it's fine, it is a part of the process. Don't try to go little advanced, go step by step, work on the simple journals, simple action to start with. This hands-on approach will deepen your understanding of NXOpen and its capabilities. This is definitely a very good step to do, and I recommend you spend more time here, work on the several small simple steps. Those are not that much of complicated for you to understand, for you to experiment and modify the parameters and tweak it to different maybe you combine two different scripts together, you try to modify that script, you try to modify the approach of the how the object is created use through that script. You try all of that, but try this all in a very simple and short journals, not very big and complex ones. And while you are doing this, you definitely need to test and debug. Now, when it comes to testing and debugging, I recommend you only use Visual Studio for that reason, because you will able to understand the debugging very uh, right way and correct way, and you will get more understanding from that code itself. So test your modified code within NX, see how it behaves. If it is working fine, still you will able to debug it and see how those different parameters are being processed in your journal. If you do got any errors, your your object is not created as you expected, you will definitely hit some errors, and then Visual Studio is going to help you with its intelligence to understand more about that error. Definitely, you may not able to understand all the errors and resolve them in a first go. You may need to take the help of Google and try the online resources available. But at the same time, use your understanding of the syntax, programming, APIs, and all of that to solve those errors, and keep doing that. This will definitely help you learn more, because it is a practical and hands-on kind of approach. And this in this approach you will definitely hit across different challenges, but do not stop. If you see the challenges, try to see the way out to move ahead. And very important one, you definitely need to refer the documentation and resources. So here I am talking about utilizing official NXOpen documentation, its tutorials and online resources to supplement your learning. At the same time, you need to refer to these resources so that you improve your theoretical uh, awareness about the topic, and that is definitely going to help you in developing more and more hands-on learning through this approach. So these resources provide you additional explanation about the examples and best practices for using NXOpen effectively. And now, last but not the least, you definitely need to practice regularly. So, continuously practice and refine your skill in NXOpen through journal recording and scripting. The more you practice, the more proficient you will become in automating tasks and leveraging the power of NXOpen. I hope this video series is helpful for you, and you are going to learn a lot from this. So, best of luck on your learning journey. Thank you for joining.
Here I am introducing a course called C Sharp Essentials for NXOpen Customization and Programming. Enroll now and unlock the power of customization in NX. Don't miss out.